gun lawyer. Hey y'all, Ohio gun lawyer here. Sorry about the obstruction. They were in my basement again. This is where I keep a lot of my weapons and my firearms. So we're gonna be doing the video down here today. Today we're talking about knives. I've had a lot of you guys ask about knife law in Ohio, which is really kind of an interesting area of law for the state of Ohio at least. Briefly, Ohio has no specific law regarding blade length. A lot of people think there is, there's not. What Ohio does have is a concealed carry law that says it's basically illegal for anybody to carry concealed on their person a deadly weapon. Well, a knife, such as a fixed blade, is a deadly weapon in the state of Ohio. Deadly weapon being defined as anything capable of inflicting death and designed or specially adapted for use as a weapon. So it begs the question, how about our pocket knives that we might carry, our folding knives? You know, most of the courts have come down and looked at the totality of the circumstances and looked to see how it was being carried, why it was being carried, and how it was being used. I'm not a big fan of this law. The law does carve out an exception for handguns, obviously, if you have a permit. You know, I wish we had a more descriptive law as to what a deadly weapon is, or an exception for pocket knives. So what I tell my students when I teach concealed carry, if you are carrying a pocket knife and you are stopped by law enforcement, just make sure you indicate that you're carrying a utility tool or a box cutter, something like that. Any additional evidence that could be used to help you. The other interesting thing, regardless of the knife you're carrying, each distinct village or township or city in the state of Ohio can pass their own regulations. We do not have knife preemption in the state of Ohio. We have firearms preemption, and basically it's a law at the state level that says that municipalities cannot pass a more restrictive law with regards to firearms. However, that does not apply to knives. So we have this patchwork of laws across the state. At ohiogunlawyer.com, we're currently working on aggregating those laws for the larger municipalities with regards to knife law, specifically blade length laws, so that there's a place that, you know, my listeners and viewers can go to and they can look and find out, you know, if they're in a certain city or municipality, what the law does say about the blade length of which they're carrying. So this is just a very small portion of my knife collection. I thought you guys might like to see it. I'm a huge Benchmade fan. Best knife, in my opinion, that you can get on the market for the price point. Obviously, if you got the cash to drop, a Rick Hinderer knife or something of that caliber is a great knife to have, custom-made knife. But I'm a big fan of Benchmade. They have the Life Sharp guarantee, so for the life of the knife, you can send it back and get it sharpened. You know, I have one new made every year when I go on my big hunting and hiking trips. This was our Alaska knife that we carried in Alaska. I like the fixed blades. These are great knives for use when you're backpacking. I bought this one in Alaska. It's a custom-made knife. It's just a beautiful knife, and that's why I bought that. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to have firearms, actually, so I had quite a few knives, and I've always enjoyed knives, and most recently I actually just got into axes and hatchets, a company called Brooks that I really like. Big fan of Leatherman-style tools as well. These things came very much in handy when I was serving over in Iraq. These are great tools to have. Anyways, just a little bit of my collection. Thought y'all like to see it. Oh, one other thing. I do have a ceramic knife. Not that I would advise my viewers to do this, but if you needed to get past a metal detector, if there's no metal on it, largely these should get through. So I do have one of those for certain reasons. So we'll leave it at that. Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening today. ohiogunlawyer.com. We're going to have a page real soon on knife law. Make sure you monitor that. It's something that we're working on currently. Again, ohiogunlawyer.com. You got any questions, you can call us. You can drop a comment. We'll do our best to reply.